Next up in this game. Flex dramatic. Other 50. It's just another front step with candles. No message from the. We accept your challenge.
Game 3, Eastern Conference Semifinals. The Raptors come into Game 3 up 2-0. Will their relentless desire thrust them to a third straight victory? The scenery changes to hostile ground as they face off against the Boston Celtics. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
This series already at 2-0. A lot to play for tonight. This is the Eastern Conference Semifinals. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And in the postseason, you'd love to be at full strength, but neither team is, and they've got to deal with it.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. There it is, the 3. Barnes will play the 4. Dick is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the center position. And for the Celtics, the perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Javonte Green out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point. You take a look at Toronto. After taking care of business in the first 2 games, a win here on the road would probably clinch the series.
Yeah, if they go up 3-0, it's likely finished. But I expect they'll face a much tougher challenge tonight. A team with its back against the wall and a hostile crowd.
Shot is good by Barrett.
I know Barrett loves to strike from the corners. He just trusts himself to make that shot.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions, he's unselfish, he's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly Barnes has a big fan here.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's White. About a minute into this first quarter. Boston, no good that time either.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Dick. Launches it. And again, Toronto with a triple.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Holiday passes to Brown. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Yep, that one's good.
Well, it took them 4 attempts, but they've taken the lid off the basket. Maybe that'll get some momentum going.
Here's Dick. And the Raptors, another 3.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside, Green. White for 3. Pirtle grabs a miss.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Barnes, it's good.
And they've got the D reeling. A full 3-point attack right off the tip.
Outside, Green. Pass to Brown. There's the 3. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Well, Brown returning the favor. That 3 at the other end didn't sit well with them.
Barrett with it. Takes a 3. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barrett's got 6 points.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Raptors making a switch here. Brown's checked in. During the playoffs, the NBA leaders in shooting from the floor. Emmanuel Quickley, number 1. Scotty Barnes, 3rd.
They've been both taking great shots. That's the efficiency you want in the postseason.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Holiday passes to Brown. Toronto grabs the miss. And so far, no one has figured out a way to slow this group down. 6 wins in a row in the postseason and aiming to make it 3-0 here tonight.
They are definitely a talented group, and they are clearly in the driver's seat right now. But that could change here tonight.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Boston. It's a 16-point game. Takes the 3, and Brown gets the 3. Brown's got 8.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Pass to Barrett. There's the triple. And again, Toronto with a triple.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Toronto leading by 16. Pirtle with the ball, now guarded by White. Pirtle with the bucket.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
The Celtics have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Holiday finds White. For 3, Porzingis. Barnes with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
The 3 from Quickley. Fires in the triple. 6 points for him.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Brown, a screen on Quickley. It's Brown on the wing. And the jam by Brown.
Flashing his athleticism there. Once Brown gets solid interior positioning, he's focused on jamming it home.
The 3 from Barnes. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And here's Brown for 3. Quickley with a rebound. On the wing, Quickley. Pass to Barrett. Shoots over Brown. And it falls all over the rim and in.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And so it's Toronto. A huge 24-point lead for them. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
And so here is Toronto. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. They've got Peyton Pritchard, Luke Cornett out there with Xavier Tillman. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Springer in at the 2 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Pritchard, checked by Mitchell. Pass to Brown. To the paint. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, Brown is always looking to score, but he's far from a selfish player, and he will move the ball, too.
Outside Barnes, left side Mitchell. From deep, that one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got 3 assists tonight.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Pass pass to Springer, and stolen by Brown. Here's Barnes, and he banks in the layup. Barnes has got 8.
An all-out hustle from Barnes, running the floor to get the bucket.
Here's Springer. No made baskets yet. Here's Cornette. Pass to Pritchard. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer off the mark.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
The 3 is up. And the basket by Agbaji. Agbaji's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Boston has possession. Here's Pritchard. Here's Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
From behind the arc. And the Raptors, another 3.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Pritchard. And again, unable to change momentum here. Toronto's gone 4 of 4 from three-point land in the second quarter. Back to Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. Pure from three-point range. Mitchell's gotten his second bucket.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
For Boston, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Brown with the steal. Outside Barnes. Olynyk finds Barnes. Here's Agbaji. From deep, Mitchell. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Boston shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Pritchard at the line for 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Porzingis is checked in for Cornette. Green comes in for Tillman. White, he's checked in for Brown. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Springer. So he gets them both. We've got 1:55 left to play in the second quarter. For 3, Barrett. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in his many attempts.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Holiday looking for an opening. Beyond the arc. Buries it from 3. Holiday's got his first 3 points of the game.
And the response triple by Holiday. He's just so competitive.
Ooh, got that one up quick.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Boston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Outside White. .111 left in the second quarter. It's stolen by Olynyk. And it's Olynyk with a jam.
Big slam by the big man, Olynyk. You know his teammates have to be loving that.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. So it's Boston now. And here's Holiday. The ball's knocked loose. And it's Dick off the drive. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Quickly, to halt the run. No good, and that makes him 0 for 3. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. Here's Olenek. Shakes off strong D and gets to the bucket for 2 points.
Well, just such a big guy. Olenek able to convert inside.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pritchard, the pass to Holiday. Back to Pritchard. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Pritchard's got 4 points in the quarter. It's been all Raptors. Here's Barrett. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Inside. Here's Porzingis. Uses the glass on the layup. Porzingis has gotten his first points in this one.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot. Let's hear it for our contestant.
Thanks for joining us for postseason basketball. Clearly, guys, the second half going to be a tough task for the Boston Celtics.
Their perimeter D has been soft like bathroom tissue. No excuses. Can't give up that many open shots and get away with it.
Their D being treated like bathroom tissue. No mercy. Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series, they're watching this series slip through their fingers. The first half, not the effort they were hoping for.
Oh, it's not looking great, but you can't give up. I mean, you never know.
Ball till you fall. If it's me, I'm not quitting. You got to carry me out, Kenny.
Better bring a forklift.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Here's Quickly. So for Toronto right now, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel Quickly is out there with Grady Dick, and it's Barrett in at the small forward.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Here's Brown, and the jam by Brown.
And over time, we've seen Brown ease into accepting more responsibility on offense. He's now a dangerous scorer.
For 3, Barrett. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
A massive reason they're winning. This guy hasn't missed a shot, not one.
Outside, Brown. Another one falls for Boston.
Yeah, taking over this one in effortless fashion. When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
Quickly outside. Pass to Dick. Fires the three. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
The Celtics shooting the ball at 43% from the field. Here's Brown. Again, Brown missing. Toronto has gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half. Here's Dick. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 5 assists in the game.
That's a perfect 4 for 4 to open up the second half. Couldn't have asked for a better start after the break.
Outside, Brown. Three-pointer. Again, Brown missing.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
The 3 from Quickly. Drains the triple. Quickly's got 9 points.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Outside White. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Again, the miss by Boston.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
And another basket for Toronto.
Certainly, he has the ability to take over games. Dick's doing it early in his career.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And here's Brown for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc. Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Gets the 3 to fall.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
And the jam by Brown.
Well, Holiday has terrific vision. He's great at spotting open guys.
And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And that's as good a look as he's going to get. He's just got to shake that one off and keep it moving.
Pass to Pirtle. Fires from deep. And the Raptors, another 3.
Well, for him, it hasn't been a big night. With his reputation, they've used him more as a decoy.
Holiday against Quickly. The shot by Holiday, no good. Holiday's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Now Quickly fires the 3, sends it home from three-point land. Quickly's got 12.
And a nice find by Barrett. He has a complete game.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Brown. Pass to Porzingis, and it's out of bounds. That one off Pirtle.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
So it's Boston now. Boston again missing. And here's Olynyk. Boucher outside. The 3. Good! Without a second to spare.
Oh, you gotta have some real nerve to hit that shot.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
R.J. Barrett, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Toronto. 25 points and counting for him. They have relied heavily on his offense. We'll be right back after this word. Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference Semifinals on 2K Sports. Boston shooting 34% thus far in this game. They've got Jaylen Brown. Xavier Tillman is out there with Luke Cornett. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Walsh in at the small forward position. That's the Boston 5. Pritchard's gone just 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. And here's Brown for 3. Knocks down the long J.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Cornett sets a screen. Pritchard gets it to go.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
A good look from Brown. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Well, look, they need Brown making an impact with his outside game, and he rarely disappoints.
Pass to Mitchell. Three-pointer. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one. Brown against Brown. Here's Walsh. Now here's Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Rebound Toronto. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds now. To the left side wing. The 3 is up. And the Raptors another 3.
Well, you can't overlook this part of Olynyk's game. He will drop three-pointers on you when he can.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Derek White, Drew Holiday.
For Toronto, they've got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Launches it from deep. Brown can't hit. Holiday with the ball. Guarded by Olynyk. Outside, Brown. Back to White. Kick out to Brown. The 3-ball. Abaji with a rebound. Toronto has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the 4th. From deep, Mitchell. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Again, the miss by Boston. The Raptors have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the 4th. Boucher finds Mitchell. Here's Abaji. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
They need this. And Porzingis with a layup.
Well, for Porzingis, that's just easy money. I'd keep going to that until they stop it.
For Toronto, they've gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the 4th. 6 of 7. And the basket by Abaji.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Porzingis sets a screen. And here's Brown for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Brown's got 11 in the second half.
And that'll wrap up Game 3. Now we'll look ahead towards an important Game 4 for the Raptors.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And with their performance tonight, you have to think this series is all but over.
It's impossible to see it any other way. And I don't think it's going to get past Game 4. If this doesn't end in a sweep, I'll be shocked.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
White for three. No good that time.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Holiday passes to Brown. White on the wing, defended by Brown. A little mid-range shot is up. Porzingis misses. And so here is Toronto. From deep, Mitchell. And again, Toronto with a triple.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
White. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
I like that from White. Attack in the heart of that defense.
Here's Abaji. And again, Toronto with a triple.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every three he takes now is going in.
So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. And now that they're up 3-0, winning this whole series is well within their grasp.
You think it's only a matter of time, but the postseason is all about expecting the unexpected. They need to stay focused and finish strong.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks so much. RJ, a great effort tonight. How is this team continuing to grow?
We're playing defense and we're moving the ball. Everybody's in double figures, everybody's scoring, everybody's playing together. That's how you win.
When the ball's going in, things tend to turn into a victory. Thanks so much, RJ.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game, R.J. Barrett.